They also reinvent justice, stuff that's fair, stuff that's not fair, stuff that they're prepared to talk about, content they're prepared to publish, and publish and be damned. And they already are, and some of you may, live what they call ludic lives. Ludic lives is just ludicrosity, it's just ludicrous. So you will decide to go to Prague this weekend, which is 36 quid, I can just go to EasyJet, we can get smashed there, and stay in Travelodge because it would be a laugh. It's just ludicrous, things that would never have happened in the past. But you have to think forward about the next trend of what's going to happen. People will buy, they'll eBay, they'll share, they'll trade, they'll connect in a very different migratory life. Retrofusion is still really important, and so is authenticity, because people like the truth. So you must always go out there and find the truth. You have to create truths. You have that strategy for clients where we talk about reinvesting them in meaning, because they don't have any meaning. There just isn't any. Step your hands. Hands up. You are in the business of you've got to invest in the new meaning. You've got to create real, strong, compelling stories. They've got to do yours. They've got to be genuine and honest and authentic. And they've got to nostalgia and retrospective views of the past. Or they've got to do something really, really good. Digital vigilantes will come forward. They'll tell the truth for you. And it was interesting. There's a piece of research we offered up. Taste, smell, sight, hearing, mobile phone. You can lose one. You can lose one. What is it? It's smell. Smell. The majority, more than 65% of a younger generation, will give up a sense to keep their mobiles smelling. I have to be in my own guffy little bedroom all day. It won't matter, I've got my mobile. However, conference last week, in came Apple, and they did a beautiful device, and it clips onto, he says, it clips onto the bottom of your mobile. What it does is it samples the air quality where you are. So it actually works out where you are, humidity. Why? Because they believe, quite nicely, quite rightly, that you'll be able to go, mate, you need to brush your teeth, you need some toothpaste, you've got a cold, there's a quite high incidence here, a heavy risk of flu, it becomes informative because there's a whole piece of research out there which is called digital autism. And I say that confidently, one of my kids is autistic. The point is that digital technology is very, very good at presenting you with content, but it doesn't interpret things, and it doesn't understand things on its own. So what they're putting in now is sonic triggers. So you've got the beat of music but no sound, so that when you look at a heart, you get the beat on the phone, and it's sampling air quality, so it can tell you about contagion, about viral, about smell, about what's going in. These particles equal bad breath, these particles equal flus and viruses and stuff like that. They become quite life-saving, quite brilliant kind of stuff, I think. Okay, so very, 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 very quick, few more slides, because I've cost you time here. This is how technology changed creativity. This is a timeline. It shows the first TV ads came out in 1953, and then not a lot happened thereafter. Best part of 50, 60 years. Branded websites came out, but they were quite dull, really, because people just, it was like a brochure online, it's just brochureware, we used to call it. And then this is where 2006, this is where everything changed. And you see that little map of what came out. People started to predict in 2006 what would happen 6 years on. By 2012, this is what our online technology, kind of online connected marketplace will look like. The massive seismic shift now in advertising is that consumers control the media. So, and you get awful things that come about, like Justin Bieber, that through playing himself, through playing himself. You know what I mean? I don't think he did that online. He possibly did that online. We didn't share that content. But that's the point, that they come about. They come about by just they are a phenomenon themselves because they control the media, they self-publish. So I was at a conference about a week ago with 250 CEOs. They want to talk about innovation. I said, okay, ready, steady, go, be innovative. Off you go, get out, let's go. Let's kind of go and do it. They're all brilliant. But you can't just get up and go. You can't become innovative. It's like saying I'm cool. You can't say I'm cool. People either say he's quite cool or he's not, he thinks it, but he's not at all. It's what people say about you. So you either are or you aren't innovative. And the only way organisations become innovative and they change things is through culture. And then what's really interesting, I think, culture is that all of the CEOs that we deal with and all of the large companies that I deal with, they think big. They don't think small at all, they think big. These people, CEOs, big CFOs, they have the biggest budgets and they make the biggest decisions. So what they like to do is make really big gestures and spend really heavily because it's like some kind of career legacy. I'm the man that put this software into this company and stuff like that. And actually, they forget to think small. They forget to think that all great ideas always start small. It's often a little tiny tweak or change in the way that they operate can have a profound impact.
There's loads of stuff that we do, but in the agency, we have a feed of, this is interesting stuff. I get it digested every day, so by half an hour I've got a digest of interesting stuff. What's going on, what we're posting, what's going on Social Times, Cool Hunting, Uber calls, all this kind of stuff comes in. It's the latest thinking, and you get a digest of it. What is really important? There's 4, 5, 6, 700,000 people at the moment talking about this. It's really important to somebody. Why is it? This is really important. This is free. It's just syndicated page. It's just free that comes in. There's also a whole, I don't know if you've come across behavioural economics. If you get the chance to search up behavioural economics, or Nudge is a really good book around behavioural economics. It just talks about simple things to effect massive change. So the government is going to spend £4 billion to try and make, to try and make the high-speed rail network from Scotland half an hour. They've not thought about the opportunity in that half an hour, how much greater it could be. You know, lots of people suddenly shopping for the next 20 years. People want to stay for half an hour, which would be a great experience. This is a piece here. This is a company in Dubai called the Red Tomato Pizza Company, and I find this fascinating for 2 reasons really. One is it's around loyalty. People spend a small fortune on loyalty programs. So you get hard coupons that you're expected to keep for ages of them, and then redeem against another pizza at some stage. Spend a fortune. And what they've forgotten is that channel preference trumps brand loyalty. And what I mean by that is mobile phone use, the channel usage trumps my brand loyalty. I'm a Pizza Express coming around, okay? But this is a much better opportunity because this is already programmed through my mobile phone. When I press it, it just goes Bluetooth and it just orders my pizza for me. And I just get a text with the receipt. I don't even have to talk to the kid at Domino's anymore. I don't like talking while I want a pizza. Hungry and late, it's just finger in and job done. You program it, you set your preferences, you can change your preferences. It's dead easy. It'll be there in 10 minutes or whatever time the deal is. If not, you don't pay. That's a smart bit of technology, and all I'm trying to show is this. Technology can trump brand loyalty. There's a super bit of research Foods wanted to target who's the chemist. Men. Like man, really important. High basket value. Don't get an awful lot of men. What can we do with men? So look at this relationship marketing program. Research showed that a man's values was proportionate to the size of his palms because they're quite, as men, they're quite basic. Yeah, I've got the bottom of a sandwich. Oh, I'm done. My hands are full. Because I'm not going to have a basket because that would make me look camp. Because I don't want to look like that with a basket. So they came out with really manly chainmail baskets so that men could, oh, that looks tough, so I'll take that. And then my value is indexed the size of my palms, it's indexed the size of my bag. And it becomes really great because I want to, generally look good and stuff like that. This is an easier one. This is UNESCO. And UNESCO on a health campaign around vaccination. Lots of people vaccinate themselves. It's really important if you take vaccination, not one. Whole courses. And they're about to spend millions and millions and millions of pounds translating little colonisation strategy. The actual idea was very simple. Show that you've taken all of your medication and we give you lentils at the end of it. Prove that you've taken it. We give you lentils at the end of it. Not only do we cure you, we feed you. That's it. Just come back and it's all taken. That's it. Pretty simple. They're feeding people and they're curing people. Genius, incredibly low cost idea, simple bit of behavioural economics. And here's the last bit. I do this in my company. It's what I call the strategy of food. We have breakfast together on the first Wednesday of every month. We always get in and we just eat together. And that is the time that everyone talks about what's going on, how they hate me because they have no pay rise, or we're working too late, or what they like, or something another agency does really, really cool. And we also do a thing, which is why I have my fish and chips before I came here. We have Fish and Chip Friday, last Friday of every month, and we pick 12 clients. Our clients who are most ambitious, and there is such a thing as a free lunch. They come in and we present them with 5 or 6 cracking ideas. And they don't judge us, it's not a view of how we're as an agency, we just really want to help because we are in difficult economic times. So it's 5 or 6 killer ideas. On average, but not always, but on average, we would generate about £300,000 worth of extra revenue because 2 or 3 of them stick and we get paid for them. And that's about agencies that want to do good, that are proactive, that want to innovate, that realise that you don't have to go and do fantastic things. Just have lunch and just come out with 20 great ideas. So all month, we will all work 1 hour a day extra, focusing on that client for a whole month, and then they get some genius thinking. Some of it's very, very, very simple stuff. So I'm going to leave you now. I'm going to leave you with another slightly inappropriate in terms of top of the pops people from the 70s. But this is a top 10. This is coming in number 10. Most people aren't clear about their business model. They need to be really clear about it. I'm in the business of, if shareholder value, you're in trouble. Which means that you've got to set really correct goals, which is about being the most client. There's a whole set of separate metrics that you set that aren't based on shareholder value. It's actually about how people want to engage. This is about committing to advanced price thinking. On board, there is nobody on board who represents innovation and technology generally. You've got market represent revenue, I'm going to make this for you, I'm going to make this for you. People don't talk about innovation, it's going to be added value based on customer value, which is really important. Partnerships and alliances. Many organisations work with people who innovate, but they don't tap into their innovation. Different suppliers who do brilliant things, or suppliers of suppliers who are innovating and doing brilliant things, but they don't. Large organisations tend to assume position barrier. So it's about trying to find new ways to do things better, coming in at 6. And it's also about developing multi-channel thinking. Just because you might be a food company that sells food in a certain way doesn't mean you can't do it a different way. Or you can't do it a different way in a different country to a different consumer or business audience. It's about having lots of different ways of multi-channel thinking, fresh thinking. This is about open source. So you've seen Kickstarter, probably, you've seen crowdsourcing. We use crowdsourcing. If we got a pitch on next week, I would put a brief out and we'll crowdsource it. We'll pay £3,000 for best idea. And it'll just go out to 20,000 creators to get it out and back, which we just can't mobilise ourselves in a week. But Clark can't afford to wait. We'll crowdsource it. The best idea gets paid. It's a real kind of meritocracy that we live in. And that's the kind of world that we're going to go into as well as you move into employment. Back to basics is important. I would always urge you to think about behavioural economics. Is there a really simple way of doing stuff? There's a similar, I'll show you the Lanka example. There's another one about antibiotics. Most people don't take their course of antibiotics. So what they try in the States is you have 5 white ones and you have 2 blue ones. And it just says on the package, you have to take the blue, you have to complete the course, you have to take the blue antibiotics. There's nothing different about that. They're just coated blue. But psychologically, you assume that they've got some extra special ingredient that if you don't take, you won't get over it. It's just a simple nudge. It's just a colour coating, which is, I find very interesting. Metrics, you must be accountable. I've joked about ROI, I've joked about fiscal stuff. You have to be accountable. The anatomy of an ad, you have an ad, create an ad, you put it out there. It's so different from the anatomy of online, where you look at cost of engagement, cost of click, click-through rates, bounce rates, abandon rates, customer journey, funnels, content consumption, where they go to, where they want to, behavioural targeting, delivering cookies and content. Very, very different. So you have to get up to speed with metrics in marketing to be able to compete this day and age. And the last thing is that we as marketers and advertising people don't do very well this. We're not very disciplined. So I leave you on one thing, which is think about how you